Alrighty, so today I am going to be watercolor painting a watercolor painting. That is correct. That is the plan at least. But I don't really have any ideas for anything to do with watercolor painting right now. No, really, no big ideas or anything like that kind of thing. The ideas I have for watercolor painting are pretty much the same as what I've previously done on this channel. For example, fish, tall monsters, little characters and stuff like that kind of thing. Those are kind of the ideas I have for watercolor painting, but I just don't really feel like watercolor painting any of that sort of stuff today. But I do want to watercolor paint. I want to watercolor paint, but I have really no ideas as to what I want to watercolor paint. So I'm just gonna be I can't talk. I'm just gonna kind of be winging it in today's video. I'm just gonna be kind of winging it in today's video to say it correctly. There we go. I think I said that all right. So I'm just gonna kind of be winging it. I'm just gonna be going at it kind of thing, and I'm just gonna see where this watercolor painting takes me. If I like it, I like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. We're gonna find out how this goes. I think I'm just gonna be using black watercolor paint in today's video. I kind of just want to do a bunch of layers, just see how it goes kind of thing. I don't know whether I'm going to want to use a pen in today's video, but if I am going to want to use a pen, I'm probably going to want to use my Uniball Signo pen that I have right here after I'm done watercolor painting. To watercolor paint in today's video, I'm going to be using my Winsor & Newton mobile watercolor set, and I'm going to be using some Creative Fundamentals brushes. But I do think without further ado, it is now time for me to go ahead and get some water in my red Solo cup right here, and then after that, I think it's time for me to actually go ahead and get right to watercolor painting. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour some water in this cup right here. I'm just going to go take the rest of the water I have out of this water bottle right here and go ahead and put it all in the red Solo cup, you know what I'm saying? And I do think without further ado, I guess it's now time for me to go ahead and get right to watercolor painting. What size brush do I want to use? I'm thinking I want to use, I think I want to use the big brush today. Maybe I'll use the small brush, the 6 shader. This is the Creative Fundamentals 3/4 wash that I think I'm going to use in today's video. I've got a pretty big piece of paper, and I want to cover a decent amount of it, that is for sure. And then I've also got some smaller brushes, but I think I'm probably going to be sticking to the bigger brush in today's video. I think that's the plan, at least. Let's go and get my watercolor set all opened up, and let's go and just get it sitting right here and see if it wants to close on itself, because it really likes to do that, and it gets very annoying very quickly. Let's move. I've got some change right here, sitting in a Scotch tape roll. So I'm going to try to see if I can get the Scotch tape roll leaned up against the set where it doesn't want to fall over and where the lid doesn't want to close. The lid still wants to close. It's very finicky. It is very, very, very finicky. Who knows if it's going to close on its own in today's video. I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure it will. Let's go ahead and get the brush all wet. I think I'm going to do wet on dry today. I think that's going to be the plan. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of black on there, and let's just go ahead and just go at it kind of thing. I don't really know what I want to do, but I think I'm just going to do sort of just something right here in the middle kind of thing. I don't really want it touching the edges or anything like that, so I think I'm just going to go right at it in the middle and just kind of see where it takes me. So, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of see where it takes me, just see how it goes, and that's just kind of the plan in all honesty. Maybe I don't know, just kind of talking out loud about some ideas. Maybe I will kind of get some black right here, and then I'll do some sort of design on it. Or, oh, I just kind of had an idea. I have a pen right here, which comes out as white. This isn't really the greatest pen in the world for coming out in white, I will admit. This is some correctional ink. I have another correctional ink somewhere that is a bit better than this one, I will admit. But maybe I could make this a little bit dark kind of thing, and then go at it with white and do like some characters or maybe a fish in white on a dark background. Maybe that could be really interesting, because I usually do like whenever I'm watercolor painting, I tend to do like black. I tend to do like a sketch first kind of thing, and then I go over it with black ink. But maybe making this dark and then going over in white ink, and just having the background be dark instead of the actual like character itself. Well, the character itself would still be dark because the character would be part of the background, because I'm not going to go through and make the entire character white and everything like that kind of thing. It would just be the outline of the character. But maybe that could be something interesting to do. Just kind of talking about ideas out loud really does help so much, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But maybe that would be something interesting to do. Let's get some more ink on this brush right here, and let's just keep going at it. Now I guess I'm doing some wet on wet because this is all pretty wet right here. I do think I have a white Posca as well. Maybe a white Posca would be better. I don't have it on my desk. I'm going to have to go find it. But maybe that would be better. And I forgot to get a paper towel as well. I should probably grab a paper towel while I'm looking for that Posca in a few minutes. Alrighty though, I think I'm going to go at this just for another moment. I know I'm not really watercolor painting correctly. That's not really my intention, though. I don't really care to watercolor paint correctly right now. Just kind of trying to make this, just kind of trying to do something with watercolor paint. Don't really care to watercolor paint super correctly in today's video. Almost hit the edge. I don't really want any of these areas hitting the edge. But that's okay. It is what it is. And I think I want to build up the bottom to be just as wide as the top as well. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm probably going to be done watercolor painting. I think that's kind of the plan. Just kind of winging it, but I'm kind of getting an idea of what I want this to look like as I'm going along. Whoopsies. And I think I'm going to go ahead and darken up the center now. Alrighty, there we go. I think I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to go ahead and just put my brush in my cup right here. And now I'm going to go and try to look for my Posca. I don't know if I really have it. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Oh, I found everything I wanted in one go. Wow. I'm very happy. And I'm going to go and grab some a paper towel as well. Found everything I wanted in one go. Sweet. I cannot complain. All right, let's go ahead and get this all folded up, and I'm just going to go ahead and just dry this off just like that. Just going to make sure this is all dry. Don't want to be ruining my brush or nothing like that kind of thing, that is for sure. There we go. Throw this away, I don't need it anymore. And now I can figure out, I found more pens than I thought I was going to find. I've got an entire baggie right here of just white pens. I've got a Uniball, I've got a Sharpie like high streak, mean streak, and then I've got some, what is this? This is some Bic whiteout. I'm thinking I might try to use the whiteout in today's video. I think that might be the most interesting look I can get. But I'm not really exactly sure in all honesty. What am I thinking? I'm going to get all these out. I'm definitely thinking the mean streak would be cool, but it's just too thick. It's just too thick to really work for what I think I want to do in today's video. And I'm thinking this is just about the perfect size. But both of these pens are great. I really do like both of these pens. I've had the Posca for a while, and the mean streak is pretty good for writing on just about everything. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I do need to get a secondary notebook out, and I just need to make sure that this is actually working properly, because I don't want to mess up what's going on right here before I actually go ahead and start at it. So I'm just going to grab a blank page. Let's go to the front of the notebook and just use the front page of the notebook. I'll just use the front of the notebook right here. Is this dry? Is it dry? Okay. Can you all see that okay? I think you all can see that okay. Let's just grab another little bit of paper towel. That's one of the issues with this whiteout is that it dries on itself so easily, and it just blocks the entire passageway. I love using this. I love how it looks, but it just dries out on itself so easily, which makes it very annoying to use if you don't have paper towels on hand. But hopefully you got all that out. All right, I think it's working a little bit better now. I'm still not sure if it's exactly what I want to use for this video, but as I said, I'm kind of winging it. So let's just go for it kind of thing. Let's just go for it. I'm going to try to be really slow with this, and this is still a little bit wet as well, so I might honestly just let it dry real quick. I might just let the paper dry just for another moment and kind of go for it after that. But no, the pen, the whiteout is working decently well. I just did some little tags on the front of my notebook right here. I'm going to have to go slowly, that is for sure. Doing it really fast is probably not going to give me the look I want, so I am going to be doing what I want to do slowly. I think what I'm going to do is what I mentioned for a second earlier on in the video. I think I'm just going to draw a fish like right here in the center, and I think I'm going to kind of try to do the opposite of what I normally do, where it's on a white background with like a dark fish kind of thing. It's going to be a dark fish on a dark background kind of thing. So not really, I guess, the exact opposite of what I normally do, but it's still close enough kind of thing. Let's go and get right to it though. So let's go and do the mouth first, I think. This is not wanting to work. Yeah, I'm not really super happy with how this is turning out. But it is what it is. I tried something new. And that's always good, because if you don't know if you want to do something until you try something new. And I think this whole experience has definitely given me more ideas for future drawings and whatnot. Maybe doing white on dark stuff would be really interesting, and I think it would be a different look than what I normally do. But I don't think doing it with this specific pen would really be very good, and I think probably what I should do is get some black paper. I think that's probably what I should do, because I think black paper would be really fun to draw on a more consistent basis. I have drawn on black paper before, but not really on any consistent basis. But no, overall, yeah, I'm not really happy with how this turned out. I could do like another fish or two, but this does not really work on this sort of paper. It doesn't really work on this very well. Let me just stand up for a minute and just see. I definitely, okay, maybe I will do one or more, because honestly, on video, Like in real life, looking at it close up, it doesn't really look very good. It doesn't really look super consistent or anything like that kind of thing. But looking at it from afar, honestly, it looks a lot better. So I might do 1 or 2 more fish, maybe like surrounding it, like down here or something like that. I think I might leave the top blank and just go for below and do like 1 or 2 smaller fish. I think that might be what I do, in all honesty. I think I might actually do that, because now that I've stood up and taken a look at it, and that's one of the things you got to remember with art kind of thing, is that just because you don't like how it looks up close doesn't mean it doesn't look good from afar as well. And that's one of the things I always forget, in all honesty. I always forget. One thing I did notice looking from afar, though, is that this definitely needs to be fixed. And this up here definitely needs to be fixed as well. Come on, get a little bit more white. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and try doing another fish. I'm gonna start one right here. I'm gonna do another one over here. Ah, my hand is starting to hurt from squeezing this so hard. Whew. Ow. Wow. Maybe I should try holding it differently. No, that's not going to work. Ah, wow, that hurts. Oh, man. Ooh, alrighty. Well, I think that is the, excuse me, drawing complete. I think that is the drawing complete. What are my overall thoughts? Get some of those white out, sort of dried areas off. What are my overall thoughts? Overall, I'm not super happy with it, I will admit. I certainly don't think it's my best drawing ever, but I also don't think it's my worst. And I think a way I could make this more interesting that I'm not going to do in today's video, because my hand is honestly actually hurting from using this. If I tried to do any more, I'd just be frustrating myself. But I'm not terribly worried about it anyway, because I don't really have any desire to do this idea that I'm going to be mentioning. But I think something that might be interesting to try in the future, maybe if I get a better white pen, maybe like I think this is isn't this like the thinnest Posca you can get? There might be a thinner one. If I can get a thinner one, I think that might be better to use. But I think doing something where I make it like really, really, really dark in the center of the page / on like one side of the page or something like that kind of thing, like darker than this background is right here. And then what I do is I kind of have the fish in white going from this side all the way to this side. And there's fish in white on this side, but you can't really see them very well because they're kind of faded out. I think that would be a really interesting look for a drawing to do in the future. And I think that's definitely something that I do want to do in the future. And so, you know, I think this kind of whole little day where I've just kind of not really had any ideas for what I want to do. But I still wanted a watercolor paint, so I did. Has been pretty productive. I think it's been pretty productive. Not only did I get a watercolor painting done, that granted is not my favorite, but it's certainly not the worst by any means. I not only did I get this done, but I also kind of came up with some ideas for future drawings I want to do in the future. So I really can't complain. You know what I'm saying? I really cannot complain. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below whether you guys have any constructive criticism for this watercolor painting right here. I would love to hear it, you know what I'm saying? I would love to hear it, and I'm trying to figure out if I can get a screenshot for this video real quick, you know what I'm saying? I want to see if I can get a screenshot. If you guys have enjoyed, let me know. I'm getting my words all jumbled up. But, you know, if you guys have any constructive criticism for this drawing right here, let me know in the comments down below. But, of course, if you guys have enjoyed watching this video where I just kind of watercolor painted a watercolor painting, of course, please make sure to, like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But, you know, thank you very much for watching, y'all. So the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?